Hello friends, welcome to Coding Host YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain you Java programs from TCS CPA exam. So in this program, we have to make a class fruits with the below attributes. So here I will make a class fruits and inside of it I will make these four attributes. First is int fruit ID, then second is string fruit name, then int price, then int rating. Then in this class we have to make getter, setters and parameterized constructor. So first we will make the parameterized constructor. So we have to use the class name fruits. Inside of it I will make these four variables: int fruit ID, then string fruit name, then int price and int rating. Now in this parameterized constructor I will initialize our variables. So this dot fruit ID equal to fruit ID, then this dot fruit name equal to fruit name, then this dot price equal to price, and this dot rating equal to rating. So our parameterized constructor is ready. And one more thing I forgot here, that we have to make all these four variable as private. So I will make all this variable as private. So in the question they will tell you that we have to make this variable as private. So what is the reason here? So the reason behind making all these variables as private is that so we can access all these variables only with getters and setters. We cannot access these variables directly if they are private. So that's why we have to make getters and setters. But in most of the program we do not require setters. We only need getters. So in this program I will only make the getters of these four variables. Public int get fruit ID. In this I will write return this dot fruit ID. I will make second getter public string get a fruit name. So it will return as the fruit name. So return this dot fruit name. Then next is int price. So int get price and it will return as price. So return this dot price. Next we have for rating. So public int rating. So it will return as rating. So return this dot rating. So whenever we are making the getters, we have to see the return type according to the variables we have made here. So for int variable, we have to use here int return type. For string variable, we have to use string return type. After that, we have to make a class solution with the main method. I will make a class here. So public class solution. Now in this class solution, I will make our main method public static void main string arguments. Now in this class we have to make the input for the objects. So first I will import our scanner class. So import java.util.star. After that I will make the scanner object here. So scanner sc equal to new scanner and system.in. After that we have to take input for the objects. So when you will scroll down in the question, they will tell you that we have to use scanner object to read the value of four fruit objects. So I will make a object array here of fruits class. So fruits array symbol and f equal to new fruits and its size will be 4. Then I will take a for loop here for int I equal to 0 and I less than f dot length and I plus plus. Now in this for loop we have to take input for these four variables. So int fruit id equal to sc dot next int. So whenever we are taking input for the integer or double and float, so after that we have to write sc dot next line. So scanner can move in the next line. So sc dot next line. Then we have next variable string fruit name equal to sc dot next line. So when we are taking input for string, so that time we do not have to write this sc dot next line again. After that we have int price variable. So int price equal to sc dot next int. Then again we have to write sc dot next line. Then next variable is int rating. So equal to sc dot next int, and again we have to write sc dot next line. So after taking all these values, now we have to store them in the object. So here I will write like this: f of I equal to new fruits, and here it is calling the parameterized constructor which we have made in the fruits class. So we will pass all the values here in the same sequence which we have made in the fruits parameterized constructor. So first is fruit id, then fruit name, then price and then rating. So when you will scroll down in the question, you can see that here they have given us a sample input. So you can see that we have to take input for 4 objects, and for every object we have to take input of these 4 variables. So these 4 values are for the first object, then next 4 values are for second object, then next 4 values are for third object, and then next 4 values are for fourth object. But here you can see that there is one more extra value. So what is the use of this extra value? So if you will scroll up in the question, you can see that later we have to make a static method. In the solution class, this method will take array of fruit object and int parameter and return the maximum price fruit object from array of fruit object, whichever has rating greater than the rating parameter. So we have to take a input after this for loop as a rating. So after this for loop, I will make one more variable here to take the rating. So here I have taken this variable, and after that we will close our scanner. So sc dot close. So now I will explain you how we will take the input for these 4 objects and the last parameter. So you can see that first we have made this fruits array and its size is 4. So it is a object array of class fruits. Then I have taken a for loop. So this for loop will start from index 0. So when index value is 0, that time this for loop will take the first 4 values like fruit id, fruit name, price and rating. So it has taken these 4 values. Then at this line f of I equal to new fruits. So what is happening here is it is making a fruit object, and in that object it is passing all these 4 values. Then it is storing this object at index I. So now index is 0. So it has made this object 1, and in this object 1 it has stored all these values with the help of this parameterized constructor which we have made earlier. After that I plus plus. So then index will become 1. This for loop will take the next 4 values. Then again it will make a new object, and in that object it will store next 4 values, and then it will store this object at index 1. Then same will happen for object 3 and object 4. After that this for loop will break. So then we have to take a input for the rating, because later we have to use this variable value in our static method. Then we will close our scanner, because after that we do not have to take more inputs. So we will close our scanner. So now we have to make this static method in the solution. So I will make a method here, public static. And what is the return type of this method? So here they are telling that we have to return the maximum price fruit object. So we have to return an object here in this method. So it's mean that we have to use here class name fruits. Then name of the method, so find maximum price by rating. And this method is taking 2 parameters, array of the fruits, so fruits f and int rating. So you can see that this method name is very long here, so I will make it short. I will remove here by rating. So now you can see the rating variable properly. Then what we have to do in this method, so they are telling that in this method we have to take array of fruit object and the int parameter which is rating. Then it will return the maximum price fruit object from the array of fruit object whichever has rating greater than the rating parameter. So I will make a variable here, int price equal to 0. Then I will make a empty object variable, so fruits of m equal to null. So in this fruits m variable we will store our object which we have to return. Then I will take if statement here, if f not equal to null and rating is larger than 0. So here in this if statement it will check that if this fruit array is not null and this rating variable is not 0, only that time we can find the object which is having the maximum price. And then in this if statement I will make array list. So array list of integer al equal to new array list. I will take a for loop here for int I equal to 0 and I less than f dot length and I plus plus. Then I will take if statement here, if f of I dot get rating. There is some mistake in the getter. Okay, we have to write here getter name as get rating. So I am changing the name as get rating. So now it will work properly. So here I will call this getter get rating. So it will give us the rating of that object is larger than this rating variable. So if the rating of any object is larger than this input parameter rating, so we will store the price of this object in this array list. So al dot add f of I dot get price. So after this I will take a next for loop for int I equal to 0 and I less than al dot size then I plus plus. Now in this for loop I will check if al dot get I larger than this price variable. So then in this price variable we will store that price value. So price equal to al dot get I. So then I will take one more for loop for int I equal to 0 and I less than f dot length and I plus plus. Then I will take if statement if f of I dot get price equal to price. So then we will store that object in the m variable. So m equal to f of I, and in the last here we will return our m variable. So in this question we only have to make one static method. Now let's see how this method will work. So in this method we will get array of the fruit object and the int rating variable. So in this variable we have value 3. Then I have made here two variables, int price equal to 0 and fruits m equal to null. So value of price variable is 0 and value of this m variable is null. Then here in this if statement we will check that if this parameter which we have taken in this array are null or not. So after that I have made this array list of integer. Then this for loop will start from 0. So at index 0 we have this object 1. So then it will check the rating of this object if it is larger than this rating variable. So you can see that our rating parameter is 3 and rating of all the object is larger than 3. Yes. So what will happen is in this array list it will store the price of all the object. So in this array list we will get 200, 150, 100 and 250. After that this for loop will break. Now in the next for loop we have to find the largest value from this 4 in this array list. So this array list will start from index 0. So at index 0 we will have 200. So 200 is larger than 0. Yes, because in the price variable we have 0. So in the price variable first it will store 200. Price variable will have 200. Then index will increment, so it will become 1. At index 1 price value is 150. So 150 is larger than the price value. No, price value is 200 and it is 150. So value of price variable will remain as it is. Then I plus plus, so index will become 2. At index 2 price value is 100, so it will not change here and the value of this price variable remain 200. Then I plus plus, so at index 3 we have value 250. 250 is larger than 200. Yes, so then this if condition is true and in the price variable we will store 250. So now in the price variable we will have 250 and after that this for loop will break. Then we have taken a next for loop. So in this for loop we will check which object has this price value 250, because we do not have to return this price value, we have to return the whole object. So you can see that price of first object is 200, so it is not equal to 250. Then second object has 150, it is also not equal. Then third object have 100, it is also not equal. Then the fourth object, it has the price value 250 which is equal to the value of a price variable. So in the m variable we will store this object 4. So after that we will return our variable m. Before this return m statement, so we have to write here some if else statement. If m is equal to null, so that time we have to return null, and in the else part we have to return m variable. Next what we have to do is we have to take necessary input variable and call this method. Then in the main method it should print the fruit id from the return object if the return value is not null, or it should print no such fruit found. So we have made this method. Now we also have to call this method inside our main method. So here I will call this method and this method is returning us a fruits object value. So I will make here a variable fruits m equal to find the maximum price, in which we are passing array of fruits object and this rating variable. Then I will take a if statement here if m not equal to null. So if it is not equal to null, So we have to print here fruit id of this object. So m dot get fruit id, and in the else part what we have to print is no such fruit if the return value is null. Our program is ready. So now let's run this program. I will use our sample input from here. So now I will enter this sample input. So you can see that in the output we are getting 888. So it is matching with the sample output. This program is working fine. Thanks for watching.